Hey DB students and families. As we head into a new school year, we wanted to give you some information about traffic patterns and parking and drop off and pick up so that you can come up with a plan and hopefully reduce some of that anxiety around where am I going to park or where am I going to drop off and pick up. This information will be helpful for you. Well, we'll start with this beautiful drone shot of the DB campus. As you can see, there's a lot going on here, lots of entryways and exits and parking lots and buildings, and it really can be a bit overwhelming if you're not familiar with the campus. But we're going to break that down into chunks here and help you find that perfect spot to drop off and pick up that's not only convenient but safe. To help get you oriented a little bit, just put some labels of our main arteries into the school and some of the main buildings around our campus as well. I want to highlight at least one of those, which is our front entrance right here in the middle of our new STEM building. So if you ever have to come to the school for a meeting or you need to drop off something, that would be the place to go. Here are our main parking lots here at DB. We do have a couple of more. One back here off of Stadium Court is our gray lot that's over close to the track. And then back here across Center Street is Indian Highland over close to the softball and soccer fields. Those are both DB lots as well, but they're far less populated during the day than the ones in front, so I decided just to stick with the ones in front for now. Starting right in front of the school, we have the handicap and visitor parking, and these are for handicap and visitor parking only. There's limited spots here, and it really just doesn't have the capacity for high traffic or drop off and pick up types of applications. So handicap parking and visitor only in these spots. Down below is the DB Maroon lot. This is a general parking lot that is mostly populated by students, but we have visitors who park here during the day as well. Across Midland is our DB White lot. The white lot is broken up into two parts. The top third or so is numbered, and all numbered spots on our campus are for staff only. They're reserved spots. Down here, about the last 2/3 of that lot is non-numbered, so that's general parking for students or visitors. Moving on down behind the Civic Auditorium is a small lot that is for DB staff only. There should not be any students or visitors or drop-off in this area. Across the Civic is the Civic Auditorium is the Civic lot. Now during the school year and school day, this is a DB lot just like any other. There are some times where we have to move our students from this lot over to, say, the white lot or maybe the maroon due to an event at the Civic Auditorium, but that's just a handful of times a year, and we'll communicate those as they happen. When we're talking about drop-off and pick-up locations, there are several areas that you need to drop off or pick up depending on where you're coming into campus from. Again, these are intended for convenience and safety. So let's start with the first one, which is our newly renovated turnaround drop-off spot on Legion Drive. The good thing about this area is it can be accessed from Center Street or Fort Henry, so you can enter and exit on both of those main arteries. You may have to use Auditorium Drive to do that, but that's a convenience that you can access from either of those main streets. You come down Legion, you go around the turnaround, you drop off your student at one of these sidewalks here, and the good thing is they can access the theater or the front entrance and never ever have to cross traffic or navigate a parking lot. So convenient for you, in and out, safety for them, easy access, and never have to cross a parking lot. Similar situation over here on Tribe Way. You can enter from Fort Henry up to Tribe Way, come up next to J. Fred Johnson Stadium and the baseball field, drop off your student here, and exit back to Fort Henry and make a right turn. Again, you can drop off on the sidewalk here, and your students can enter through the activities or dome area or the front entrance to the school and never ever have to cross traffic or navigate a parking lot. Similar situation back off of Eastman Road onto Stadium Court. You enter, there's a turnaround situation here. You drop off your student, they can go toward band, toward CTE, or up this long sidewalk here toward the cafeteria and never ever have to cross traffic or navigate a parking lot. So these are the three main drop-off and pickup locations that can be accessed no matter what end of the school you need to enter or exit from. They are convenient and safe. Some areas to avoid. Off of Center Street, we have our bus stop, which is this little half moon type of parking lot drive-through going on. Buses come in, they drop off or pick up, and then they exit up here to Park Street at the light, and they go there, continue on to their routes. But this area is very congested at pickup and drop off with buses and students trying to get on and off of their buses. So do not drop off in that area. The front of the school from Midland Drive is also not a good spot to drop off. Now that may seem a little counterintuitive and a little silly not to drop off your student right in front of the school. But the reason for that is that these parking lots have over 350 spots and probably twice as many pedestrians in them trying to park, get out, and make their way up these crosswalks and across the street and up through next to the flagpole to get into the school. And if you come into this parking lot, you've got to go zigzag down, zigzag up, zigzag down, zigzag up, down, or straight across, passing 1, 2, 3, 4 different pedestrian crosswalks. So it's just not a good situation for pickup and drop off. It's a good situation for parking. If you come in, you find your parking spot, you get in, you go up the crosswalk, but it's just too congested for drop off and pickup. So avoid the maroon lot. Similarly, do not drop off in this roundabout. This is part of Midland Drive. You never should stop in this roundabout unless there is a pedestrian in one of these crosswalks. Come in, yield, hit the roundabout, and if you come into the white lot, it's a one-way street. You have to go one way up, all the way down past 140 parking spots, back up through 140 parking spots and pedestrians, and try to get back out onto Fort Henry Drive. So in the morning, when teachers are coming into their parking spots and students are parking down here in the non-numbered spots, this is a very congested area to try to come in, drop off, go down, all the way back up. There's some sketchy blind turns and narrow areas when it gets full of cars, so just avoid this area for drop off, because if you drop off here, then your students have to try to go through traffic, and that's just not a good situation. So here are the main drop-offs. You have Legion Drive, Tribe Way, Stadium Court, great drop-off and pickup areas. Midland Drive into the maroon lot or white lot in front of the school, not great drop-off points because of the configuration and the traffic and the number of cars that you have to try to navigate. If you ever have any questions about traffic concerns or safety concerns at DB, please contact one of our SROs. We have 2 really good SROs, Officer Smelser and Officer Russell, and their contact information is listed here, so you can contact them anytime. I hope you have a great school year, and roll Tribe.